blessing is that you did something that some of you probably had not done before by carrying the cross. And by doing so, you did something to the world out there that they needed to see. You took Jesus to the world. And that's exactly what Jesus wants you to do. You know, somebody asked me, and I was traveling, and still ask me, and have been asking me for a while, how do you get Jesus Christ outside the church? I said, you get outside the church.
That's right.
In other words, they mean outside the four walls of the building. And a man asked me over in Raleigh the other day, he said, how do you measure your success? I said, I measure my success in my obedience. I have no idea how many crosses actually were carried. We know that we produced over 500, maybe 600, and we didn't have them in our hands, so we don't really know how many of them were used out there. But however many were, more will be used next year. More and more people will get involved. Chuck Baker was just telling me his son Ben, who had introduced us to a couple of people on 63, and had good luck there. I haven't got good luck, but a blessing in Houston. Jeff McNeil had cross-making party one night. They made 22 crosses. And they have 80 young people working together with them in the city, not just in their church, but the city decided that they would go together and win the young people. So all of them went together, and they got about 80 young men and women coming on Saturday nights from 7 to whatever. And all those young people were out there the other day. They had, 80 plus people on the ground with those 22 crosses. Magnificent. And you may see a video of that here a little bit later. But just had some tremendous, tremendous times. Thursday night, since I've been back, I've been trying to figure out whether I'm still going or coming. I'm not quite back on track yet. So I was out late at night, just sitting out on my back and praying and reading, and it was cold and wrapped up. And I said, Lord, what is my job? I'm approaching 65. He said, very frankly, very quickly, your job is to make me known. How many of you believe that's our job? That's not just David Craig's job. That is our job, to make him known. Praise God. So, very, very powerful. Before we eat, and a few people are coming in, I would like for Brent Hutchcraft to come over first of all. Brent he helped us get some things started. He's a creator. He's not only a photographer, he's got some good ideas, and he and my daughter Elizabeth got together and started creating some logos and some things. Have you seen the one on my trailers out there? We will not be undersold. Anybody notice that?
Yeah.
Not S-O-L-E-D. Yeah. S-O-U-L-E-D. This is Brant's deal. And Brant came up with that. He said, well, David, what do you think? Well, we thought enough about it that we paid the money to have it, what do you call it, copyright? Trademarked. We had it trademarked. And so we've had Carry the Cross trademark. So he got all this initiated with us and helped us get started and was patient with us to stay with us as we worked through this deal. And he's been so kind to us throughout our relationship, not only with Carry the Cross, tried to help me put things together so we could actually put out a product and various other things. I'm not sure where Brent goes to church in Dexter. Where do you go?
Pastor Biggs is our family pastor.
Pastor Biggs. General Baptist Church. I was raised in the General Baptist Church. Sadly, I didn't get saved. Took me till I was 30. If people were nuts on the head and dragged through the mud a couple more times before I got saved. But Brant has been a tremendous friend, still a tremendous friend in this. Tell us what you think about Carry the Cross as a ministry, what you've seen it do, what you've heard among your peers as you're at work. Tell me what you picked up out there.
The thing with Carry the Cross that I think is very important is it lets people know that it's okay to be Christian. And in this time and age, with the debauchery of our society, I'm afraid, degrading daily, as you know. You see the evidence all around us. We have to lead by example. And that's by being a good Christian whenever you can. Even though sometimes maybe it's not something you really want to do, it's something we have to do in order for the Christian agenda of this nation, to continue to grow and to continue to get a foothold, not only in the young people, but even old people, anybody in our society. That's what's very, very important. That's what Carry the Cross is. When people see people like you, anybody out there, and it's not about how you dress, how you look, it's what's in here. That's what's very, very important to all of us. And so when you're out there, it says, hey, you know what? That guy's holding a cross. He's a Christian. It must be okay. I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's what's very, very important about this movement. That's why I feel it's very, very important. to try and literally push this agenda to let people know that, hey, it's okay to be Christian. It's not about being cool, uncool, or anything like that, okay? It's not about peer pressure or doing things. It's okay to be a Christian. And, being a perfect Christian is not easy. There's no such thing, I don't think, as a perfect Christian. If we were perfect Christians, well, you fill in your own blanks with that. But again, we're very important here. I'm very proud to be a part of it and being able to design stuff for Pastor David and Life Church. I consider it an honor.
Thank you. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.